Welcome everyone back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over a variety of exercises that you could utilize for yourself if you're traveling on the road and you need to open up your hips. So if you have a hotel that you're stopping in, you'll need a wall, a mat. If you don't have a wall, I'll give you guys some options. But before we kick it off too, I have the 6-week giveaway going on. We are wrapping up the first week and winners will be announced tomorrow. Then we have 5 more weeks of prizes. The first winner is going to be winning a GORUCK bag. This next week will be a protein bundle for post-workout shake as well as a shaker. So if you guys want to get entered, send me a message with your email and that will get you entered, or you can check out the links below that I put. The GORUCK shoes or boot or runner, those will all get you 10 additional entries. Make sure you use code GOMARGO, GOMARGX, or order via my first Phorm link. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Let's get started. The first one is going to be the couch stretch. So I'm going to use the wall as my support, and I'm going to put my shin up against the wall, knee on the floor. The closer I am to the wall, the more intense the stretch is going to be. So if you're really tight and you've been sitting for a long time or flying, driving, bring your knee further away from the wall and then bring your knee or shin to the floor like so. This is a very easy place to start. Hips are forward. I'm going to push my hips forward. I can squeeze my butt cheek, see how I feel. Then if you feel like this is not too bad and you want to add a little bit more, you can lift up your leg, place your foot underneath your butt or hamstring here, and then lean forward. You might be in the balls of the feet slightly, knee coming past the toe. If that's not bad, then you can bring the leg out, almost create a 90-degree angle here, and then I push my hips forward. You want to make sure that your heel stays in a line. If it starts to roll out like so, tuck it in. If this feels pretty good and you want more, bring the knee and shin closer to the wall so it's almost touching, and then eventually this is the most intense stretch that you can get here. It is great for the hip flexors, so as if you're really tight, scale back. So spend 30 seconds to 60 seconds here. The next stretch, again, you'll do that both sides. We're actually gonna face on the floor with our feet up on the wall, and this is going to be a figure 4 stretch. Again, I'll show modifications if you don't have a wall. So I'm gonna lay back, butt is gonna be close to the floor as much as I can. Then from there, I'm gonna place my feet out, and then I'm gonna scoop my chest and body until I have about a 90-degree angle. Foot in line with the knee, knee in line with the hip. If it's too much, I can scoop further back. I'll lift my hips, opposite foot comes on top of my thigh, and then I place my hips down, and I wanna think of actively pushing my knee away while I sit here. I can use my hand as assistance, but try to make sure your hand is on your thigh or your shin versus the top of the knee joint here. So think of pushing, or I can actively pull away, 3, 2, 1, release, 3, 2, 1, release. So this is a figure 4 against the wall. Again, you'll wanna do 30 seconds to a minute on both sides. You want your butt on the floor. So if you're not having that butt touching the floor here, scoot your torso and body back away. Now, if you don't have a wall, you could definitely do the figure 4 there. You can modify where you come off the wall a little bit. I'll show kind of an angle here. And I'm just gonna bring my foot on top, and I can either stay here, or I can interlock my hands at the base of my hamstring, or hands at the base of the knee, top of the shin, and I can thread my arms through to pull. Again, try to think of pulling that knee out as you pull your body towards your torso. So again, that is some options there. The next one is gonna be a wall straddle. Again, I'll also give another option. So we're opening the front of the hip, we're opening the back of the butt, the hip, and we're also gonna open up those inner thighs. So again, hips growing as much as you can towards the wall, and then you're gonna get your legs as wide as possible here. Think of pulling your toes towards you so you're flexing your feet versus pointing. And then I wanna think of relaxing my legs as much as I can as I open up my hip flexors and adductors here. Now, if you have really tight hips and inner thighs is a good place to start. Again, you might feel like your legs are here, but eventually over time you'll get them lower and lower. I'm still working on that as well. But again, 30 seconds to a minute. If you don't have that, then you can use a mat if you want. Get your feet as wide as you can into a seated straddle, and then you're gonna push your hips forward, and you're slowly gonna roll forward. Hands walking forward, dropping the head. Believe me, this is a hard, challenging stretch, but it'll be so worth it. If you can only get maybe a couple inches down, get a dumbbell, kettlebell, or some sort of heavy object, your backpack, and use that as leverage to pull yourself down. Again, 1 to 2 minutes. Highly beneficial. Those are some great exercises and stretches you can do. I'm gonna wrap up with the last one. This is gonna be more of a dynamic stretch that you could utilize. It's gonna be a lizard dynamic stretch, and also even into dragon. So I like the mat for my knee cushion. You're gonna start in a dragon position here. So 90-degree angle front and back leg. Then I'm gonna push my hips forward into a low dragon where my knee is getting past my toes if possible. If you feel good here, then I could even bring my hands on the inside like inside of the foot to the floor and push the chest forward. That is a dynamic dragon to low dragon that you can utilize. And I come back to center, relax a little bit, then sink in, come back into that stretch. So you start in that dragon position, then you go to low dragon where I'm pushing my knee past. This is gonna get ankles, calves, hip flexors, as well as your psoas, and then down to the floor, then back up. So that is that dynamic dragon to low dragon position. If that's too much, then you can always go to a lizard where I'm gonna walk my back leg back a little bit. I can stay here, walk my arms forward, or just elevate myself up here. I'll show from the other side so you guys can see, but this is gonna give more of an open stretch here, more of an angle increase on that back leg. Then one extra one I'm gonna give you guys for your upper body. It's gonna be a child's pose or puppy dog. Child's pose is gonna be where your butt sits to your heels, your knees are in a V like so. You walk your arms forward. This is great for relaxing, also great for your insides in terms of your gut. If you want more of a stretch, then you're going to keep your hips stacked over your knees. Walk the arms forward, drop your torso, and head down to the floor. This is a puppy dog stretch. So you're increasing the angle here of your torso. You have your body, your lats, shoulders, triceps. Getting a little deeper of a stretch here. It does require a little mobility, but if you are sitting in front of a car or driving and flying, highly, highly recommend that stretch. So if you guys found these beneficial, please feel free to leave a comment below what you liked more of, what you want to see. If you're traveling, these are perfect stretches. Also would love your support by subscribing and turning on the notifications bell. That helps me continue to do these videos. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys soon. Have an amazing day.